Well, hello everybody. I just wanted to chat with you briefly about what you're taking a look at behind me. I know we'll probably get some questions just in the classes and whatnot, so I thought you guys should hear it from the horse's mouth. Justin Goodson asked a great question yesterday. I thought it was hilarious. He said, so wait a minute, you sold bikes to get more bikes? And I totally get it. So I just wanted to chat with you for a second about the new bikes that we got. As you can see, these are the Rogue Echo bikes, and there's really two reasons why we decided to replace the Assault bikes. First of all, we've had the Assault bikes for close to 6 years, and they've been fantastic. They've done really, really well. Knock on wood. I mean, pretty much besides just wiping them down and keeping them clean, really we've only had to replace the batteries. But they are one of the pieces of equipment that we use quite a bit here, and they were starting to show some wear and tear. The second reason, which some of you guys might not be aware of, is CrossFit as a sport actually sanctions specific equipment. I'll give you an example. When we first moved into our Butler Hill location, I actually went through the company called GetRx for a lot of our weights and our barbells, and they also had rowers and bikes. At the time, we didn't have enough money to be able to invest in bikes and rowers, so we chose the rower because that had actually been used in the CrossFit Open on several occasions. I didn't know, it was part of the fine print, the red warning label or whatever, if you will, that the meters on a Concept 2 rower are slightly different than other rowers. For those of you that were with us back at Butler Hill, we tested our 500 meter row and we tested our 1,000 meter row, and everybody was PRing their times. And it wasn't like they were PRing by 3 seconds. Some people were doing 15, 20, 30 seconds faster. Well, come to find out, CrossFit only sanctions rowing to be performed on the Concept 2 rowers. So at that time, we had to make the difficult decision to sell the rowers that were basically new for used prices, because any of our athletes that registered for the Open it wouldn't have been a valid score. I think maybe a month or two ago, CrossFit recently officially switched from the Assault Fitness products to the Echo bikes. Now, I don't know, maybe we'll never see a bike workout show up in the Open, but just trying to have a little foresight and planning. If it does show up in the Open, we're gonna have to send people to other gyms to be able to perform the workouts, because CrossFit is no longer sanctioning the Assault Fitness products. You guys will notice this on the bikes. I just wanted to show you this real quick. A lot of the features are very similar. You've got a green start button. Once you climb on and start pedaling, you'll see a lot of the same data presented. If you're looking in the middle portion of the screen, you'll see the watts. The cadence is similar to what the Assault Fitness bikes used to describe the RPMs. You can also see the distance in miles, the total time, and then the calories. So very similar. We've got the the Tabata functions, you've got the custom function, you can go for calories. It's very, very similar. However, they are definitely more difficult. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I would say probably the biggest difference that I notice when I'm on the Echo bikes is, let's say you're pedaling and ramping up the intensity, and then you stop pedaling, it almost instantly stops going. So you're not going to get those rollover bonus calories that you could get on the Assault bikes. I know some of our bigger male athletes could really get those things going. It'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it'd go like 8, 10, 12, 14, and then you get off the bike and it still, kind of ticks over a calorie or two. That will not happen on the Echo bikes. One of the things that I really like about the Echo bikes is they're much quieter, and you'll probably recognize that or see that when you first hop on them, that they're much quieter. But the fan is a little bit bigger, so it takes more energy to get the belt going. Couple other things, don't want to take up your entire day, but the seat adjustments on the Echo bikes are a little bit different. Like they have a number adjustment for the height, and then they also have a number adjustment for, you know, how far the seat goes into the bike. But I typically on the Assault bikes biked at an 8 height, and I think I'm more like a 5 or a 6 on the Echo bike. So when you guys come in and start using them, play around with the seat height a little bit. If you have any questions, you can ask any of us coaches. We'll try to give you a general idea of how you should position yourself on the Echo bike. I do have one request. I'm really trying not to be a stickler here, but we recently did a competition out in St. Charles, and at that competition they had the Echo bikes, and I was noticing that the seat cover was like getting loose and kind of coming up. And I don't know if you can see that in the video, but there's really only like one line of thread stitching on the back side of that seat. And I know for most of us, when we hop on the Assault bikes, we mount from the back and kind of swing our leg over. I think it's a little bit harder to do on these bikes because they're just bigger. If you look at the width of the chassis, it's just a bigger chassis. The nice thing, and I know a lot of the women will probably appreciate that, is the seats are substantially bigger than the Assault bikes. But just a simple request, if possible, and obviously we're all in the middle of a workout and we're not getting adequate oxygen to our brain, if you guys could try to mount from the side and slip over the chassis to get on the bike versus mounting from the backside. I was talking with that CrossFit gym owner who recently got their Echo bikes, and she was saying that I think when you mount from behind on the Echo bike, you're creating friction on that seat, and they hadn't had those bikes very long, and at least 2 of them, the seat cover was kind of coming up. So that would be a huge help. I'm excited to use these. I think they're a fantastic tool. They're great for warming up, getting your system kind of firing on all cylinders before you complete a workout. It doesn't make that big of a difference for us during the summer because we can be outside and do more running, but I think they're gonna come in really, really handy, especially in the colder months when we can't get out here. So super excited for you guys to get in here and try out these bikes. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you like and what you don't like, and we'll see you in here soon.